Imagine standing before the Great Pyramid of Giza, its massive stones blazing under the unforgiving Egyptian sun. It's taller than a 40-story building, bigger than 20 football fields, made of 2 million blocks. Imagine lifting blocks as heavy as a small car without any modern machines over 4,000 years ago. The question that has haunted historians, explorers, and dreamers alike remains the same. How did they do it? We look at the pyramid today, and it feels almost alien. A structure so perfect in its angles, so enormous in its scale, that the mind wants to rebel against the possibility of ancient humans building it with simple tools. Many people whisper of aliens, lost technologies, forgotten civilizations that left behind secrets. But the truth, as it slowly reveals itself through the stones, is far more human, and in its humanity, far more astonishing. Close your eyes for a moment and travel back with me to around 2500 BC. The Nile River flows like a ribbon of life through a land of endless sand. On its fertile banks, crops sway, fishermen cast their nets, children laugh in villages of mud brick homes. Beyond the green strip of life, the desert stretches to infinity, where the sun burns hotter than fire. Rising above it all, a vision and idea begins to form in the mind of a pharaoh, to leave behind a monument so vast, so eternal, that his name would live forever. The pyramid was not just a tomb, it was a message carved into stone, aimed at eternity. For the Egyptians, the afterlife was not a shadowy dream, but a continuation of existence. To live forever, the body had to be preserved, the spirit guided, and the soul remembered. The pyramid was the key. And so began one of the greatest construction projects in human history. How did they move millions of stones? To understand, we must watch them at work. Imagine thousands of workers by the Nile, men and women, all answering the pharaoh's call. Instead of sitting idle, they worked for their god-king. Fed by the state, clothed, and housed in vast worker villages. Imagine the air filled with the smell of fresh bread, the laughter of workers sharing meals, and the rhythm of hammers echoing across the valley. Each block cut, shaped, and dragged from the earth. The stones arrived by the thousands, day after day. Like a river of rock flowing into Giza. But getting the stone to the site was only the beginning. For years, people wondered, how could they drag such enormous weight? In 2014, researchers studying ancient wall art found an image of workers pouring water in front of sledges. Wetting the sand reduced friction, making it possible to drag the stones far more easily. At the construction site, the real marvel began. Layer upon layer, the pyramid rose from the desert floor. Workers used levers and ramps, systems of mud brick, rubble, and limestone that snaked upward like the coils of a giant serpent. Imagine a ramp stretching hundreds of meters, packed with laborers hauling blocks in steady rhythm, overseers shouting commands, drums beating time. The precision of their work remains staggering. The Great Pyramid is aligned almost perfectly to the cardinal points north, south, east, west with an accuracy that baffles even modern engineers. Its base covers over 13 acres, yet the difference in length between its four sides is less than a human hand. How did they achieve such accuracy with nothing more than ropes, plumb lines, and the stars above? The answer lies in patience and mastery. At night, astronomer priests watched the stars, charting their movements, laying out lines across the sand with exacting care. Each block placed was a prayer to eternity, each measurement a step closer to perfection. The workers' hands grew calloused, their backs bent, but their spirit was driven by something greater. To them, this was not just labor, it was divine service, a sacred duty to ensure their pharaoh's immortality, and by extension, their own place in the eternal order. And slowly, impossibly, the pyramid grew, step by massive step, until its gleaming limestone casing caught the sun like a jewel, visible for miles across the desert. But not all was glory. The work was brutal, dangerous. Injuries were constant, exhaustion relentless. Archaeologists have found skeletons of workers showing broken bones healed with care, proof that they were tended by physicians valued for their skill. Their names are lost, but their sweat and blood are written in every stone. And yet, even as we trace their footsteps, mysteries remain. Did they use straight ramps or spirals? Pulleys invented earlier than we think? Did secret techniques vanish with time? The stones themselves remain silent, but the sheer fact of their existence tells us one thing: it was possible. The Great Pyramid is proof not of alien visitors, but of the extraordinary power of human determination. As the final capstone was placed, as priests chanted hymns to Ra and the pharaoh gazed upon his eternal tomb, the pyramid stood complete, a mountain built by man. Its surface gleamed white in the sun, polished limestone so bright it could blind the eye. So radiant it was said to reflect the light of the moon. Travelers called it a stairway to the heavens, a bridge between the earth and the gods. And though thousands of years have passed, though the casing stones have been stripped, though the desert winds have gnawed at its edges, it still stands silent, immense, eternal. And still we ask, how? The answer is simple and profound. That is the true mystery of the pyramids, not that they were impossible, but that humans, long ago, found a way to make the impossible real.